What's up, everybody? I know everybody's seeing what's going on today and yesterday with this whole people storming the Capitol building and all of that. All this stuff is crazy. Trump is talking about, they're saying he might pardon himself and all this. You know, they're trying to impeach him, get him out of office. All this madness that's going on right now. I hope everybody's just keeping, things in perspective. A lot of this stuff, no matter how crazy it sounds, it doesn't really have a whole lot to do with us. You understand what I'm saying? So I know it's big news, it's entertaining, it's frightening, it's all those things, but just remember, it seems like the whole country is falling apart. We're extremely divided. It's a whole lot of chaos, confusion, and madness. I just want you guys to just keep in mind, for anybody who this stuff is really getting to them, try to just not tune into this and just remember, your real life still goes on, your everyday life. We're dealing with all this government stuff, the people are fighting against each other. We still dealing with COVID, all this madness, and then we all have our everyday regular lives and drama that we're going through. You have to just make sure that you keep everything in perspective. Like, I know a lot of people right now that are really spent their whole day just staring at the news, and it's depressing them. It's driving them crazy, and you have to not just tune into that all day. You have to still focus on yourself. Let me point something out crazy. These politicians and all these rich people, when things like this are going on, no matter what happens, no matter what they say, they're still rich, they're still taken care of, and they're still making money. And the real successful people don't get caught up spending all their time and effort and energy focused on this. Successful people are still making money, they're still grinding, they're still doing their thing. Don't let all this stuff get to you, because at the end of the day, your everyday life is still going. Now, let me tell you something. I've been trying to tell everybody for the past year, maybe the past 2 years, since I've been investing into the stock market. I've been telling people, invest. You guys know I was even doing a few videos before and all that stuff. Let me show you what's going on. Okay, so everybody who's going crazy with all this, people are trying to take over the government. They're trying to overthrow, they're trying to do whatever they're doing. Everybody else is sitting there glued to their TVs, right? The stock market is going crazy today. A lot of times when things happen in the world, it affects the stock market in a negative or a positive way. Now, I'm not really sure, because I didn't have time today to check my regular financial stuff. And so I don't really know what's going on and why the stock market is going crazy, but it's going crazy in a good way today. So I'm saying this to say that you have to, everybody was running around worrying about a stimulus check. There's a lot of people that's out of work. There's a lot of people struggling. We have to be investing, because right now the market is going crazy. Let me show you a small example. If anybody that know, Bitcoin has been going crazy. A few days ago, it was at 32,000. That's 32,000 a share. Now it's up to 39,000 a share. That's ridiculous. I was never into the whole Bitcoin thing. So I always thought it was too expensive, never got into it. The other day I said, and mind you, you're not really supposed to buy on the high, but this thing just keeps rising. So I put in $100 the other day into Bitcoin, and then it jumped up more. See, you can do fractional share, and I'm not trying to sell you something. I'm just trying to give you a perspective. So definitely listen to what I'm saying. I took $100, okay, and I put it into Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin for one full share is right now is $39,000. That's ridiculous. Not many people can afford that, but you can do fractional shares, right? So I just took $100 and I bought a fractional piece of Bitcoin. In about a week, I'm up $22. Now, if you know, some people are going to say, well, all right, that's not a lot of money. Who cares? But you have to understand the concept of investing. So with that $100 that I put in, I've already made $22 on that. Now, the longer I leave it in, if Bitcoin continues to grow, I'm going to continue to make more money. Now, let's say I got into Bitcoin years ago when it was something affordable. If I would have gotten to Bitcoin, let's say if it was even $1,000, right? I don't even know when it was $1,000, but let's just say if it was at $1,000, it's now at $39,000. So if I would have just bought one share, I would be up $38,000 right now. You understand? Today alone, my account went up over $1,000. So think about that. For the year, I'm up 52%. So that means whatever I put into the market, I've made a 52% profit. So think about that. Hypothetically, if you put in $20,000, you would have made, well, I would have made $10,000 extra on that. So think about that. You have to start exploring the market. And the reason why I'm saying that is because so many people are missing out on opportunities. You don't need a lot of money. Like I just told you, I just took $100, put it in, and made $22. So think about if you would have put more, or you keep compounding that. If you put your money into a bank account, you are not going to draw those type of interest rates. This is why people don't make any money and people's money don't grow when you put it into a bank. But everybody tells you, put your money in the bank, put your money in the bank. Again, my point to all of this is everybody's worrying about all these things that's happening out in the world, but you need to be focused on your finances. You need to be focused on doing things that's going to help you. Staring at the TV all day and staring at everything online and reading all these articles and watching all these videos and stressing and talking about what your friends and family, what's going on, isn't helping you. It's a distraction. You're still going to end up broke. You're still going to end up out of work. If you're out of work, you're still going to end up waiting for another stimulus check. We have to start moving differently. So start looking into the stock market. I always talk about, you know, invest in a business, invest in yourself, invest in something. Again, you don't have to have a lot of money to invest. You can literally take any amount of money that you have and buy stocks with it. You can buy fractional shares. You can take $5. You can take $4. You can take $2. But do something to start making your money grow. Start thinking long term. Start thinking for your future. Start thinking for your kids. Start thinking for their futures. This is how people get rich. These politicians that you're watching making all these statements, they already have money. Most of them have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in investments, stock market, real estate, all this other type of stuff. This is why they don't really care, and they're sitting around, you know, going back and forth with a $600 stimulus check or a $2,000 stimulus check. None of that is actually going to help us. You know that. They know that. They don't really care. These people are rich. So as you're sitting back, even if you don't have a lot of money, you're sitting there saying, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't have no money. I can't do nothing. But you can. You can. So let's just say, again, as an example, let's just say you had the $20,000, and it doesn't have to be $20,000. It can be any amount, but I'm just using that as an example. If you had $20,000 and you put it into the market, and let's say in a year's time, going just off of my stuff, going off of a year's time, it doubled. I mean, you made half, 50% return on it. So you put in 20, now you have an extra 10, so now you have 30. Let's just say you wanted to take that 20 back and leave the 10 in. You could do that and let that 10 keep growing. Or you can take you understand what I'm saying? You could, we gotta start thinking differently. I keep telling people, you know, Do things differently. It's 2021. The world around us is getting worse. We have to collectively do better for ourselves because nobody's going to save you. Nobody. Trump didn't save you. Obama didn't save you before. Bush didn't. Bush and Clinton didn't save you. Biden ain't going to save you. You got to save yourself. If you think Biden is going to come in office and start giving people money, and it's not happening. If you think all these jobs are going to pop up out of nowhere it's not going to happen. Even if it does, it's still not enough. You have to start doing things differently. You have to start taking the time and the energy to invest in yourself. You have to start taking, and when I say invest in yourself, when I say time and energy, you have to start taking your time and your energy and start giving it to other things. If you can spend hours on Netflix watching a whole series, binge watching a whole series, you can spend a few hours a day learning new things. Anything. You can spend a few hours a day learning the stock market. You can take a few hours a day learning real estate. Anything. There's so much stuff out there, especially in this digital age, where you can find things to make money, find things to profit, find things to have your own business, or there's so much you can do. I keep hearing people talk about, they're struggling and they can't do this and they can't do that. I was once one of those people. So I'm speaking from experience, but I changed my mindset, and I've always been talking about this on this channel. I changed my mindset. I'm still in the process of changing my mindset, but within changing your mindset, you have to start changing your actions. You have to start learning new information, but you have to start applying that information. You can't just intake all this information, because there's a lot of people that I know personally, they read all types of books. They watch all types of stuff, and they seminars, and they get all this information. They even go to school. They get all these certifications and these degrees, but they do nothing with it. They do nothing with it. You got to start applying. You got to start seeking this knowledge and start applying. You can't keep saying you don't have the time, or things are too difficult, or you don't have money. You can't keep making those excuses, because I just told you one way where you can take a little bit of money and start making more money. So again, if you had that $100 that I said I put into Bitcoin, a lot of times when anything comes up, somebody's like, oh, I don't have the money for that. Oh, it's too much. But if you think about how much you spent in the past month on nonsense, I guarantee you spent more than $100. You could have cut back on the nonsense, the stuff you don't need. You can put that stuff in the market. You can invest in yourself in some other way, and you can start letting your money grow for you and build. But you have to start learning. You have to change your mindset. You have to start doing, and you have to be patient, because you can't just put money into the market and think it's going to grow automatically overnight. And then you also have to have a game plan, because even if it does grow, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to take this money and go buy some sneakers, or I'm going to go take this and now we're going to go party. Come on. You got to have a long-term strategy for what you want for the rest of your life. I just had a conversation with somebody, and it turned me off, because they are saying the same things that they were saying to me 10 years ago. How many of you out there right now, in all honesty, are stuck in the same position you was in 10 years ago, 5 years ago? And you're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with your direction. You're not happy with anything right now. And you don't see anything changing. That's because you're not doing anything different. You have to, and again, you can't tell me that you don't have the time. I got a full-time job. I got 2 businesses. I do a whole bunch of other stuff. You find the time. Find the time. I don't have enough time for everything I need to do, but I still find the time to do what I got to do. It's still not enough. But you know what I'm saying. We can't keep making these excuses. Like I said in the other video the other day, it's a new year. We have to start using this time, the beginning of this year, to reset and focus and do things differently. Do you see what's going on in the world? The world is literally, in this country, is literally falling apart around us. While everybody is out stressing and doing all types of worrying and talking and gossiping and all this stuff, I've been closed up in this house most of the day, doing what I need to do for myself, blocking all the nonsense out. I took literally about 30 minutes. I checked the news, I checked a couple of websites, see what was going on, and then I cut it off. People are texting me, people are calling me, people are sending me videos. I'm not watching it. I don't want to hear it. I'm not responding. I'm focused. I got stuff to do. I'm trying to get this money. At this point, you can't, there's no excuses, man. Again, even if you have a little bit of money, I can't stress this enough. Get into the stock market. Buy fractional shares. Buy, hold long term, keep buying, keep piling it up. So if you're like, oh, I don't have enough money. All right, take $5, put it into the stock market. I can give you a link to an app if you're not already into the market. You can sign up, you'll get your first stock for free. And if you don't know anything about the stock market, you can just watch that stock and see what it does. You can, after, I forgot how long it is, maybe a week or two, you can take that stock and you can sell it if you want. You can take that money and buy something else with it. You can add some more money onto it. You can take $5 a week or $10 a month or whatever your financial situation is. You can take a little bit of money that you have and just buy a little bit of stock every time. So if, let's say you want an Apple stock. Apple stock is about $130. You might look at that and say, yo, there's no way I can't afford that, and there's no way I can buy a bunch of those. Fine. Buy $5, buy a fractional share for $5. And then just keep piling it on. Whenever you get a chance, $5, $3, $2. Just keep throwing it in there. It's equivalent to like stashing your money in a piggy bank, but it's growing, it's making money for you. It's gonna make returns that putting it in a bank is not gonna do for you. People are stressed out right now. People's mental health is failing. People are stressed out. People are sitting around waiting for, like I said, a stimulus check. Start creating your own stimulus. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know who's listening. I don't know who cares. I don't know, but I hope somebody's listening. I hope somebody takes this opportunity to do something different and change the trajectory of your life, because I spend every waking moment that I'm not asleep trying to do something to change the trajectory of my future to make it better. So I'm just trying to share a little bit of game. If you're interested in getting into the stock market, I'll give you two pieces of advice. You can check out the Robinhood app. I'll leave a link in the description. Like I said, it's free to sign up, and when you sign up, you get your first stock for free. You start learning the game. And if you're interested, hit me up. I can give you information to good places where you can go to get good quality information on stock market and all that stuff, and you know, so you can start to learn. But yo, just don't spend the rest of your day and the rest of your time, the rest of your week stressing over what's going on with the government and all that stuff. You got to worry about yourself. You got to take care of yourself. I don't know. Salute. That's it.